What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Sundown Audio unofficial YouTube channel. My name's Derek, and all week this week it is amp test week here at Sundown Audio. We're doing a different amp test every day this week. Some are going to be amp dyno tests like the one we're about to show you today. We've got the big Salt-6, brand new from Sundown Audio here on the amp dyno. Some are going to be a little different. Got a really nice Tech Time Thursday coming, testing some amps, showing y'all some cool things, how to set your gains. I really think you're going to like it. So make sure you're subscribed. Amp test all week long. So we went ahead and told you just now, Salt-6, ready to go. We're running on the amp dyno today. These Salt amps are brand new. They're super hot and crazy powerful. Yesterday on Amp Test Tuesday, we did the Salt-4, and oh man, it did so much power. If you haven't seen that, go look that video up, check it out right now. Salt-4, insane. At one point, we got double its 4,000 watt rated power. We made over 8,000 watts. Go check it out on video. So today, Salt-6. It's here, it's hooked up, it's on the bench. We've got everything on and ready to go. So in the name of expediency, we're gonna try and one-shot this again. I'm gonna set up the camera. We're going to run it across the amp dyno. Now keep in mind, this is not an unboxing. This is not a specs or review or anything like that. So we're not doing any other fancy stuff. We're just taking an amp, hooking it up, testing it, showing y'all what it can do. Now bear with me because I'm doing this all in one take. So I got to set my camera up here. It's going to make a little bit of noise. Let me get it zoomed right on in here on the amp dyno for y'all. And there we go. That looks like a good view. So it's all hooked up. Our amp is on. I am not running the chargers. We're going to do what we can to try and let this Salt-6 tank the voltage, get it down low. I'm really hoping to show y'all some good 12 volt numbers here. But keep in mind, we've got a 14 volt bank. It typically rests around 14.8, 14.9. We just got to see what's going to happen. Now starting out, going straight to those certified runs, really show you the good clean power this amplifier can do. Certified run. Let's start at 4 ohm. Start dyno. Now if you don't know, it says right here on the screen, certified dyno run at less than 1% distortion. So this is going to be a super clean power we're going to get out of this. Everything's keyed up, ready to go. Unpause our head unit. You're going to see that power start climbing on the screen. And there we go. Oh, we had a little spike right there at the end, jumped a little bit on us, huh? So Salt-6, certified run, 4 ohm, and keep in mind it's only a 4 ohm run, so it's not pulling a ton of current off the bench. So we only dropped about 14.3 volts, but 2,909 watts. Now this amp is a Salt-6, meaning it's rated for 6,000 watts, 4 ohm and 14.3 volts. We're already touching right there at half of its rated power, 2,909 watts. Now getting straight into it, no breaks, no cuts. We're gonna go straight to 2 ohms. I'm not running the charges at all. We're not kicking them up. Just gonna let this voltage do what it's gonna do. Here we go, certified run at 2 ohms. What's gonna happen? Climbing on up there. And bam. So we dropped a little bit more down to 13.9 volts here, but here's our certified run, 2 ohms, 4,746 watts. Already some killer power from this Salt-6 amplifier. So rolling straight on into it. We're going to 1.3. Let's start that amp dyno. Restart my track. It's running. Give it a couple seconds. You're going to see it start ramping up there on the screen. And here we go. And bam. Voltage dropping a little bit more on us, down to that 13.6 volts. Certified 1.3. Overrated power already. 6,286 watts. So we haven't even come all the way down to that 1 ohm lowest rated impedance yet. Only 1.3, already making overrated power. So yeah, keeping on moving. We're gonna just fly right on through this video. Certified 1 ohm, let's do it. Start the amp dyno. Haven't topped off the batteries of the chargers, nothing's running. No extra input here. The big run, 1 ohm test, certified, less than 1% distortion. What's it gonna get up to? And bam, there we go. Flew way past rated power, 7,419 watts. So a good bit over what it's rated, the 6,000 watts. Now we tell everybody the Salt series, Salt stands for Sundown Audio Low Voltage Technology. They will all make rated power down in that 12 volt range. So, you know, we're only 0.4 up above that from getting down in that 12 volt range. But 13.4 volts seeing 1,419 watts over rated power. That's pretty good, pretty strong. Now, I wish I had a completely adjustable voltage here on the bench. Unfortunately, I don't. I can't just set it to do exactly 12.0 volts or anything like that. So we got to kind of rely on whatever the bench drops to. But since we're here, we're going to do another certified run, 1 ohm again. So that was as low as what I can take the voltage down to. Let's get this ready to go. I'm going to cue up my head unit. And this time we're going to kick the chargers in and we're going to get the voltage up a little bit. And we're going to try and hold the voltage a little higher if we can. So if it's rated to do 6,000 at 12 volts, we just got 7,400 at 13.4. What if we can hold a little higher in that 14 volt range? What kind of power do you think it's going to do? Well, right here, we're going to find out. So I got up my chargers kicked in on the bench. They're ramping voltage up, and then we're going to hit it. So you've got a front row seat right here. So yep, my head unit's queued up. We're getting ready to go. All right, it's rolling. Where are we going to land at? Take your guesses now. And that's it. So what do you think? You got it right there on your screen, live and in person. 8,833 watts. Now, that was juicing it up, giving it some strong voltage. We held at 14.6. Keep in mind, that's a certified run. Certified, less than 1% distortion. Pretty good in my opinion. Almost 9K, real close to that. All right, so that's all our good certified runs there. 4, 2, 1.3, and 1. So now let's jump into those uncertified runs. So uncertified is kind of going to be like, well, to me, like most people run on a daily basis. So all the guys I know that are out beating at shows, turn it up, cranking on it, they're going right up to that point of clipping. They're right there at it. And that's what uncertified is. You see it listed right here on the screen. Uncertified dyno run to clipping. So right there to the point it starts to clip. We're going to see what kind of power this thing can do. All right, so starting out, just straight up uncertified at 1 ohm. Now this time I've let my voltage settle again. Do not have any chargers running. We're going to see how good we can get the voltage to drop. Even if I got to do several hits back to back, try and tank this voltage a little bit. All right, so there's hit number 1, uncertified at 1 ohm. We dropped to 13.5, 7,977 watts, almost 8K, real close to it. So you know what, we're no charger. We're just gonna reset. We're gonna start it again. I'm gonna see if I can tank it a little bit more. I'd really love to get it down to at least 12.9 for you guys. Yeah, we dropped to 13.2, 7,567, and that's 2 hits back to back. That's probably as low as it's gonna let me get the test bench doing hits like this. So there you go, almost 8K on the first run, 7567 on the second run. But just like with the certified 1 ohm test, what if we do have a pretty strong electrical? So let me kick these chargers in, get my head unit reset. We're gonna juice it up a little bit. And how much power you think we can get it up to? Good, strong electrical. So many guys running these lithium banks nowadays, running plenty of juice, plenty of power. So we've got a pretty good bank here. It holds up okay. Okay, how many of you guys out there running lithium? So here we go. We're going to juice these chargers up, get them kicked in, try and hold this voltage. And then we're going to do this uncertified hit at 1 ohm and try and hold a little stronger voltage right there in that 14 volt range. See what we can get. If you've got a guess, make it now. The amp dyno is rolling. Uncertified run, trying to hold good in the 14 volt range. What's going to happen? And that's it. You got it right there live on your screen. Uncertified run, right up to clipping, still 1 ohm, 14.4 volts, over 9,000 watts. 9,027 watts from this little old Salt-6 6,000 watt amplifier. Now, let's see. Let's do one other test here I like to call my SPL test. And I'm getting my head unit queued up right now. So I call this my SPL test. I'm going to show you why. So let's back out of this. One, we're going to drop it down to 0.8. So this is going to be an uncertified run at 0.8. Now I try to remind people every time the amp dyno is a resistive load. That means when you set it at a specific impedance like 0.8, that resistance, it stays there. It does not move. Unlike in a vehicle, when you use a subwoofer, it's a reactive load. So essentially this would be similar to wiring your setup down to about 1/4 ohm in an SPL setup. So if you wired a 1/4 ohm, you got somewhere between 3 to 4 times rise, you end up about 0.8 on that reactance. This is what that's going to be like. So this is a do not try this at home, but we like doing a little something extra for you guys, showing what kind of big power these things can make. Another thing I do different here, because I call it an SPL test. Typically, when we do a dyno run, like you see those ones earlier, the number's going to start out here, and you're going to see it ramp up slow until we get right up to that point of clipping or distortion where it's going to stop reading. In this test, because most SPL guys don't do that, they like to just hit it, bump, do that burp. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to play a different reference tone. It's going to be a 40 hertz reference tone, just like I used the others. But instead of it ramping up power here, it's going to just hit it at full signal from the beginning, just like an SPL test. And we're going to see what kind of power we get. So by doing this, instead of letting it ramp up slow, where as you see the power here ramps up, you're going to see the voltage here is going to drop, and they're going to hit somewhere in the middle. We're just going to hit it at full voltage, blast it like an SPL burp, and see what kind of power we can get. So we've got everything queued up. We've got our chargers on. We're getting full voltage up to the amp. Let's see what happens. That Salt-4 is double rated. Let's see what this thing does. And there we go, guys. Holy cow. What do y'all think of that? Not quite double rated power, but really close to it. Oh man. 11,677 watts. So close to hitting that double rated 12,000 watt mark, but pretty good power, super strong nonetheless. 11,677 watts, uncertified run, 0.8, 14.6 volts. Whew. So there we go. All the tests, certified, some uncertified, nice little SPL test I like to do there at the end. We just burp it and put that number up. Almost, so close to that double rated power. But I'm impressed, even on the low end. Certified, trying to drop the voltage, got great power, 7,400 watts and change, well overrated of this Salt-6. And then on that high end, if you really want to push the amp, if you're a competitor, you like to do crazy things, the amazing, crazy power these things are doing. But that's it. Yesterday was a Salt-4, today the Salt-6. We got more Salt-8 coverage coming later. I know there's already a video of the Salt-8 out, but we only did just, I think, a couple little certified 1 ohm, uncertified 1 ohm. So we got the Salt-8 going through the whole gambit just like this, all the tests coming soon, as well as, excuse me, as well as the Salt-12. Salt-12 coming, got some really special stuff we got to do for it. Because keep in mind, we've showed before. I've been doing some clips here and there on Instagram and Facebook where the Salt-12 is so big, so powerful, the amp dyno can't even measure it properly. But we got a trick around that. It's coming soon. This Thursday, Tech Time Thursday, gain setting tutorial, all about your Salt amplifiers. But let me know in the comments, what do y'all think about the crazy power this Salt-6 did? Put it in there. Make sure you're subscribed for the videos coming up. You're not going to want to miss all week, this week, amp test week here at Sundown Audio. So remember guys, if you like what we're doing here on the channel, click that thumbs up button for us. Give us a like, subscribe, all that cool stuff. And until next time, we will see y'all later.